It has been a while since I have done a little video, one of these handheld jobbies with my phone. But this is the page I opened to here Sunday morning. This is your esophagus right here, going behind your trachea. You'll see the trachea is the whitish thing. And of course it goes behind the big vessels. You see this, the big vessels of the heart. This is the aortic arch. This is the aortic arch coming off of the heart and feeding the rest of the body. Some of the blood goes up to the head here. You see this? And some arches here. And notice here is that we have the aorta just running a little to the side and behind the esophagus. So we have the esophagus coming down, and it comes down fairly close to the back side of our body, because what's missing right here that sits in front of this is your heart. So your esophagus runs behind your heart. I know that I've posted about this and kind of talked about this, but so many people are having esophageal spasms and reflux and all of that kind of stuff. So notice here that this is the respiratory diaphragm cut away before the esophagus comes through it, and here is the stomach on the left-hand side of your body. But with all of the sort of heartburn and esophageal spasms that people are having, the one thing I wanted to really point out this morning is look at all the nerves that are wrapping around the esophagus. I'm going to move to the next page and show you specifically. Look at how we have all these nerves wrapping around the esophagus, okay? And this is, as you can read right here, part of the vagal nerve system, nerves. This is the vagus nerve wraps around the esophagus, and the way it gets back into our body, gets actually lower to the digestive organs is it comes through the respiratory diaphragm with the esophagus and then starts branching off and going to the appropriate places. So think about this, that if my esophagus has nerves wrapped around it, and the vagus nerve, as you guys know, is part of the parasympathetic system, that is also part of the auto-regulating system, the autonomic nervous system. So we have the sympathetic side, and the sympathetic side is represented here by these little nerve ganglions that are in front of each and every one of the rib heads here on either side. So we have the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, and this is how it runs through the thorax. Is one runs by the rib heads, and with each time you breathe is supposed to massage these guys to keep them more open. The parasympathetic is the more relaxing part of the autonomic nervous system. It runs the gut. Anybody with constipation, you want to look at more than one issue. You want to look at how is their sympathetic and parasympathetic doing, and you want to know, of course, what is their food situation. So anyway, I wanted to leave you this morning with looking at the vagus nerve, because that's the page I opened, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks.